Hey guys, I decided to ask everyone on Facebook and Instagram what questions that they had for me, and there were so many great questions that I decided to answer all the questions and divide them up into a couple different videos. The first question is, how do you do the trill between E6 and F#6? This is a great question. Trills can be very tricky sometimes. Luckily, this one is not tricky, so all you have to do is finger a high E and trill your thumb right here, and it should sound like this. It's a lot easier than doing the real fingerings, which sounds pretty awful. The next question is, have you ever wanted to stop playing? And if so, what did you do to get back into the swing of things? Well, this is a really complicated question. I'm gonna give you a pared down answer. I think every musician at one point or another wants to quit, some more seriously than others. For me, there have been times that I've either faced rejection or I've just kind of gotten frustrated with what I was working on. I think the biggest thing that has helped me is to always find something that I love doing in music. Maybe it's not what I'm currently doing for work, but maybe it's just doing a cover of a pop song or of a movie theme, something that I really truly enjoy, and that's what got me through it. What is one thing you wish every composer understood about writing for the flute? That's a great question. There are actually a lot of things I'd like to tell composers. The first one is when you're switching between instruments, so for instance, flute to piccolo, give them enough time to switch between the instruments. So maybe talk to a flutist that you know, ask them if it works for them. Second thing I'd say is to be careful when writing in the really low register. So for us, if you do something that's, let's say, C sharp to B, what happens is this is a C sharp, here's a B, you have to go between those and you're gonna get a C in between that. So let me play it for you so you can hear what I mean. You're always going to get that C in there. Maybe not a lot, but you will hear that, so make sure to be careful when writing in that register. This question is, what are the differences in terms of technique between playing flute and playing piccolo? The first thing is piccolo is way harder to tune. Also, I feel like you have to exaggerate your articulation, especially short articulations with piccolo. Is there a difference other than aesthetics to silver, gold, rose gold, or titanium colored flutes? There is actually a huge difference between the types of metals for flutes. Silver is a much brighter sound, gold is a much darker sound, platinum provides a lot more resistance. Personally, for me, I really like the combination of gold and silver because I felt gold was a little bit too dark for me and silver was too bright, so it was a nice combination. What kind of flute is a Silmer flute? A Silmer flute is just a brand of flutes, so there are different brands such as Trevor James, Pearl, Jupiter, Yamaha, and it's just another brand. What's the trill key from D to E? If you're trilling D to E within the staff, finger a D and you're going to trill this key right here. And then I like to half hold the C key because it helps with tuning. If you're trilling the high D to a high E, what you'll do is you finger high D and you trill this key right here. What goals do you try to achieve regarding the flute? I think that having goals, regardless if it's flute or anything that you're doing in life, is really important because it gives you a sense of direction. For me, I like to always give myself goals, whether it's learning a new technique, learning a new piece of music, getting a better sound, anything like that, that's what I like to work on. How do you know what flute best suits you? The first thing that I would do if you're picking out new instruments is have other people listen to you. Sometimes it's hard for you to tell which one you sound the best on. A flute that fits you well will allow you to have a lot of different tone colors and have a really beautiful sound. It will also give you a good range of dynamics. My last question for today is, what type of earplugs do you recommend for piccolo and when should you wear them? You should always wear them when you're playing either really loud or when you're playing in the second register or third register. The type of earplugs that I would recommend are Live Music by HearSafe, and I'll put a link in the description below. Check back soon for more answers to your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every Thursday. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And you should also check out some of the other videos I've done right up here.